I don't know, probably bitten by a radioactive armadillo or something. Welcome to the final days of the great Year in Our Lips 2021, closing it out with the Build-A-Figure from the Spider-Man No Way Home Armadillo Build-A-Figure wave, the Armadillo. I'm Dylan, and y'all know what it is. Like, sub, and look this way as we dive in. Antonio Rodriguez was a willing participant in an experiment that gave him the proportionate speed, strength, and agility of the Armadillo. Most of that's true. I think most of that's true. Anyway, we have assembled this guy piece by piece from 6 of the 7 Spider-Man wave figures. Teased 1 foot at a time, 1 dirty claw at a time, and here he is. Taking a look here, I think he looks really nice. All of this unique sculpt here, just like a totally brand new figure. I don't know, I'm looking at these veiny shoulders. Maybe those come from somewhere. But, as far as I can tell, all of this plating and everything else, this is all unique. Looks really nice. A couple different colors of paint around high points and such. You can see they've used like a more saturated tone. That's great. Looking in these hinges here, you can see they've even sculpted some of the outer layer of the dermis there. There's veins on the inside here. Nice big claws. Get up close to that face. You can see this is like it's made out of 2 pieces here. The over the top piece, so give it that depth. That looks really good. Getting even closer to these legs, you can see inside these knee joints, they haven't put anything there so that it doesn't restrict you. They could paint it, whatever. It's not a big deal. You can see on the back though, they've gone all in there. So that's nice. In fact, this top piece is just laid over, nice and soft. Textured on the inside even. He's got this nice muscular backside. And I don't see how one could be unhappy with the sculpting in this respect. I think it looks really nice. That's a mean armadillo figure. It's getting into the articulation where I think this figure leaves a little to be desired. For sure, it's not that bad for a big, bulky character like this, even forgiving conventional corner cuts like single joints and such. The worst of it for me, it's going to be up here at the head. It's on a ball peg in here. Let's just investigate this just straight away. You see this moves around because it's socketed into this, but it doesn't stay anywhere. It's like it's just too stiff or what have you. It just bounces right back to center. And so you're not able to keep it anywhere. You can push it around, but other than just turning it side to side, you don't get anything else, which is a shame. These shoulders are these great big hinges here though. And so these will rotate all the way around. These are nice, and you get a bicep cut that also rotates. The single jointed elbow though, even if you had double, I don't think you could get much past this 90 with the armor plating. So that's kind of a moot point. Great big hinges on the wrists, so these will hinge in and back pretty well as well. Nice diaphragm cut, rocks side to side really well. But it's so deep in there that you really don't get a lot of forward. He's not gonna crunch over that far because of it. It just runs right into that lower portion. He does look back a pretty good deal because it is smaller back there. But moving down here, we have nothing at the waist proper, but he's great big ball jointed thighs, and he will kick way out to the side, pretty far forward. Back, it is restricted by 2 layers of this. And he does have this upper thigh cut. It rotates on the ball, the whole thigh here. Single jointed knee. But the other most problematic point is down here at the foot hinge. It'll come way back, but you can't come forward because of all the armor plating in the way. He does have good rocker. So the thing I find most problematic with the articulation here, it's a combination of the way that the head won't stay in any particular position other than centered, and the way that these feet won't come up past a 90. You try to say hunch him over in some kind of big armadillo bruiser pose, maybe looking at you, coming at you, but A, you can't get the head to look up. You can't get it to stay. And then 2, to get the feet to stay in any convincing way, you have to sort of splay the legs out to the side unnaturally to achieve that, which is it's kind of unfortunate. The combination of those things, and you can't quite get him into the poses that you want. It becomes a little frustrating trying to get him into something like that. But you can get a lot of looming and towering over people, doing a hog swipe, things like that. It's fine. He's really not that bad. It's just those two little things that coming together like that, they create a much larger issue, I think, when you're trying to get a lot of the hunched over Armadillo man poses. Not bad, but not as good as I was hoping. For accessories, he comes with nothing but his sex appeal. For the suggestion box, I would say give us an extra set of hands and or an extra head. I realize this figure is a lot of plastic already, but a little extra plastic creates a lot of goodwill, I think. Thanks for listening. Standing all homo erectus armadillicus here, he is right about 8 inches tall. Beautiful boy. For some figure comparisons, since he initially appeared as a Captain America villain, here he is next to Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson. I think he scales pretty well. He's one of those who could be drawn larger or whatever, depending on where you're at, but he looks properly punishing. And next to a couple other figures of friends who have flogged his fanny, Ironheart and the ever-loving Blue-Eyed Thing. We have also seen him throw down with and get thumped on by both versions of Spider-Man, Miles Morales and Peter Parker. And again, I think he's scaling pretty well here. And here he is with the other 2 comic figures from the wave, that sweet new pinless Shriek, and that silver-vested vampire Morlun. No Way Home Doctor Strange, and Inside Out suit Spider-Man. We have grounded the good doctor from his magics. And the final 2 figures from this wave, J. Jonah Jameson and the integrated suit Spider-Man. How about next to a couple of other Build-A-Figures, the recent Colossus and relevant Rhino? Couple of beasts from outside the line. We have the NECA Ninja Turtles, Secret of the Ooze Toka, and the Hasbro Transformers War for Cybertron Beast Wars Optimus Primal.
Oh, yes!
Standard 6-inch size comparison, we have the Marvel Legends 2 Emo for Pizza Spider-Man and the Marvel Legends Morning Coffee Mostly Bucky Cap Deadpool. Wrapping it all up in a giant armadillo-sized bow, how do we really feel? Well, he's got all this unique sculpting with texture and color, even in some of the joints. Fat claws, finger wrinkles, all kinds of cracks and sculpted weathering. Several tones of paint, certainly smacking of some effort. The little details like the eyes and the teeth look really clean. But we do get single joints, stifled ankles, and whatever the hell happened to the head peg. That sucks. And he comes with no accessories. That also sucks. Is he a good incentive to buy all the figures in the wave? I don't know. Is he a fitting reward for hunting down and killing, purchasing them all? I'm not so sure, what with the lack of accessories and the articulation that is hampered in a weirdly specific way. Would you be salty if you bought all the figs and ended up with this dude? Not at all. He is a unique character with a unique sculpt. A big, sexy hunk of plastic. A nice, lovely big figure. With everything he does have going for him, I think I can only ding him a little. 4.5 out of 5. The detail they put into this toy proper is not to be scoffed at. Just like the work I put in. So like, subscribe, rock the bells, silver bells. Stay safe out there, everyone. Thanks.
I got fingers on my lips. Toys that I'm touching, I don't want to put them down. Instead, I want to talk about them. Yes, fresh. Smell the plastic that I crave. I want to shop. I can't be having Bruce Banner. I'm Dr. Rubber Band. I'm Bruce Jenner. And you can call me after dinner. We can talk comic books, but we're here to talk toys. Be proud, make noise.